Good morning. Here we are on Thursday, the day before we asked the rabbi on Friday. Anyway, here we are, and I got a question. Okay, the question is, what's it worth? All this faith. You know, I think about things like this, and I'm kind of crazy, I guess. But I have a Harley. I do. And when I bought it, it was so beautiful. I'd be out there polishing and shining and doing the chrome and buying some extra little goodies to put on there, like most Harley riders do. And when Roxanne got hers, same thing, polishing and cleaning and some extra goodies. And there are things that we have in life that we just want to really, really take care of. I recently sold my little car, my BMW. And when I got my BMW convertible, which I sold, I was out there cleaning it, touching up the paint, doing it, I wanted it to look good. Because if it looked good, I look good. Get it? If that bike looks good, that car looks good, I look good. Not that I don't anyway. But I realize that sometimes things lose their luster. They do. By the way, I still got my J-Lee coffee. Got my J-Lee cookie. And I have my sherry coffee. So it's time to do the wonderful ritual of baptizing the cookie and the coffee. And down it goes in 3, 2, 1. Withdraw. Taking the napkin so I don't drip. It just doesn't get old. Not yet. And how many years have we been doing this? But not yet. I want to read to you a text. Then I want to talk to you about luster. Not lust, luster. I wonder if those words are related. I don't know. But this is from Lamentations chapter 4, starting in verse 1. How the gold has lost its luster. The fine gold become dull. The sacred gems are scattered at the head of every street. How the precious sons of Zion, once worth their weight in gold, are now considered as pots of clay, the work of the potter's hands. Kind of a downer, isn't it? But isn't it true? And some things start off just really cool, really big deal, and we talk about them, or we polish them, or we shine them, and we show them off. We do the best we can to let everybody know that we've arrived. But after a while, it goes in the closet, or like my bike right now. I still like my Harley, by the way. But it's sitting out in my garage, covered with sawdust. Why? Because I work in the garage. And sometime this spring, something will hit me, and I'll just pull it out and start cleaning and shining. Why? Because I want the luster to return. Our faith is the same way. We started off, weren't we a ball of fire when we started off? The Lord this, the Lord that, and we prayed and we studied and we shared with people and we talked the gospel, and it was marvelous. And we looked forward to going to church or synagogue. And you know what? It was marvelous. And now that we get older, has your faith lost its luster? Has the gold become dull? Unfortunately, I think that's true. At my age, and I've been a believer for now 51 years. Whoa! You might say to yourself, but have I lost my luster? That becomes my question. Have I got tired of talking about the Lord? No, obviously I haven't. Here we are. Okay? And this, I don't get paid for doing this. I want to do this. This is important to me. It's glorifying the Lord, which pleases my heart an awful lot. An awful lot. It pleases my heart. But I think some people, they kind of just get dull. I got this. I got this Kiddush cup. It really, seriously needs to be shined and cleaned. But you know what? The moment I take the cleaning cloth to it, it'll have its luster again. And I'm wondering if God has a cleaning cloth for our souls, for our hearts and our minds. And I keep seeking his face, wanting him to return to me my drive and my zeal and opportunity to actually show it and do it. And I think he does. I think he actually gives us that. So why has the gold lost its luster? Because we quit using it and we quit showing it. That's right. Our faith has become a little bit more in the background of our lives, and our faith seems to slowly get smaller in the light of everything else. I'm going to suggest to you that, like my Harley, spring is coming. I'm not talking about spiritually speaking. Spring is here. That you take that thing out of the garage and you clean it off and you polish it and you add some goodies to it. And so in your spiritual life, when's the last time you bought a new Bible? Really? Or a new study book or a devotional? Okay. When's the last time you stepped out in faith once again and attended something midweek? Oh God, midweek. Oh, a midweek service. Oh, a Bible study. No. Maybe it's time to polish up that faith of yours. I have polished mine. In fact, speaking of polishing, I've got this thing in my heart of being able to disciple people. I don't mean Bible study them, I mean disciple them. And my desire is that to help people grow in their faith, understanding, and yes, in the context of the scriptures, culture, and language and such. And I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes people start discipleship and realize it's work. But that's polishing. You know, wax on, wax off. Thank you, Mr. Miyagi. I'm cracking myself up over here. But think about it. Because what I'm going to offer you right now is an opportunity to be discipled. And here's kind of the rough terms. It's a 6-month commitment of 1 steady hour each week with a minimal of 2 and probably no more than 4 hours worth of study during the week. Oh, where am I going to find the time? Quit watching the television. Turn the news off. You know, go to bed later or get up earlier. You can find 5 hours in a period of 7 days. I know you can. I do. But if you're interested in true discipleship, honest discipleship, then let me encourage you to give me a text, and I'll call you back. And the number is 719-248-6324. And you can call it discipleship, or you can call it being a mentor or mentorship. But it's going to require some effort on your part. And when you call me, I'll try to match you with a discipler, myself or one of the rabbinical team, or if it could be one of the godly women we have in the congregation. But give me a call or give me a text, and I'll give you a call. And when you text me, just put interested in discipling. Okay? Now, this is my heart polishing, cleaning, adding a few more goodies to the Lord's table. Okay? So, if your luster is lacking, your strength is weakening, then let's go ahead and do something and restore what we've given to the Lord. Amen? Of course amen. Let me stop here for a second and take some coffee. Now, tonight's program is God Has No Orphans. Okay? He doesn't. Well, some people choose to be orphans, But God has no orphans. You don't have to be an orphan. No matter if you were born an orphan. I'll tell you, when I was a kid, I used to think I was made for something greater than what I was living as a kid. We were very poor. I used to think I was a lost prince of Bulgaria, noble, and yet changed in the hospital. And some peasant took my place. And here I am, a prince, working like a commoner. No, there are no commoners, first of all. I don't mean to sound belittling. But I am a prince. But as a prince, I am a working prince. I don't know if God has any prince or princesses that aren't working princes or princesses. Why? Because God has called us not only just to be a member of His family, but to be heirs and joint heirs with His Son Yeshua, and we should bear His ministry. Now, there are no unemployed working prince and princesses. But I don't want to give tonight's topic away. So please join us for God Has No Orphans at 6 o'clock right here on YouTube or Facebook. Don't forget the offer that was offered. Okay? And if you have some interest, just give me a text message with a phone number and I'll respond. So, today is Thursday. I have my morning class. We have our Talmud class. We have our evening program. So, I'm going to have to let you go. But before I do, hit the buttons. Yes, hit the like. Most important button on there is share this with somebody. Like, share. Okay, and then subscribe and follow, and then donate. Donations help. But we'll find a way to make this happen, even if you don't. Why? Because you are valuable. And like I said, it doesn't get better than this, than coffee, cookie, and fellowship with you in the morning. So right now, let's go ahead and get the blessing in place so we can start our day. By the way, remember, the blessing is a commandment to give and to receive. So may the Lord bless you and keep you and cause His face to shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious unto you and lift up their countenance to you. May He give you peace. We ask such things in Yeshua's name, of course. But now, I bid you adieu until, tonight, 6 o'clock. Or tomorrow morning for Ask the Rabbi Friday.